Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Will here at Schedule Fly. Here's a really good quote from our first Restaurant Owners Uncorked book. We actually self-published that book back in 2011, but so much of the commentary and advice and wisdom in there is just timeless. We didn't focus on current trends or technologies or things like that were relevant then that may not be as relevant now, etc. What we tried to do is focus on big picture, strategic thinking, and things that will always be relevant. And here's one of them. I think this is a fantastic piece of advice. I'd never thought of this. It really blew me away when Scott Maitland said this. Scott is the owner of Top of the Hill Restaurant and Brewery in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. He also owns Topo Distillery there. And he's been at it for many years. He's a very successful restaurant operator. I admire him greatly. All of us at Schedule Fly do. He's just been a great customer for a long time, great advocate for his community in Chapel Hill, smart dude, just really gets it. I think he opened Top of the Hill in like 97. He's been at it for over 20 years, that's for sure. So anyway, here it is. Quote, "If you're going to raise money, start your pitches with your worst prospects. By the time you get to your best prospects, you're going to have much better presentation and a much better deal." End quote. Now, I really liked that because what he said is, and I'll expand on this a little bit. He said that if you're going to raise money, you start writing down potential prospects, who you could raise money from. Okay, so you just start writing down names. Let's say you write down 75 names. Well, his point is when you start writing down names, you're naturally going to think of your best prospects first. People that are most likely to contribute, people that have the most money, the most flexibility, most investing experience, et cetera, et cetera. That's going to be your natural inclination. By the time you get down to number 50 or number 75 or however long your list is, you're really stretching. These are people you may not know as well, people that don't have maybe all the same resources or whatever the case may be. So here's what you want to do is you take that list that you just made and you flip it upside down. And the reason for that is you will not give your best presentation the first time you present your business plan and what you're trying to accomplish. You've got to polish some edges. You've got to learn from experience. The trial and error will help you get better and better. And the point is, by the time you've gotten down to your best prospects, you've got a great pitch. You've taken a lot of feedback. You've honed it. You've made it better. You've thought through issues that you had not thought of initially. You filled in the holes that the early folks poked in it. So you really don't burn any not burn bridges, but you don't lose a whole lot, or you don't risk a whole lot, that is, by starting with what you might call your worst prospects or your least likely prospects. But if you start with your best prospects, it's going to be hard to get them to take you seriously again if they already felt like you weren't ready and you didn't have a really tight pitch. I think it's phenomenal advice. I think it's phenomenal advice not just for restaurants, of course, but for any type of business. It's a really good way to look at it. Very smart. And hey, that's it. More episodes to the podcast coming soon. Thanks, y'all. See you.